Hey everybody, it's your Sam, and I am here with an update on Montana's Wolf. Earlier, I'm going to put this video in the cards, but there is a video that I did earlier where I reread one of the stories that I wrote back in middle school, high school. I picked out what I wanted to keep, what I wanted to discard, and just had a little bit of fun with it, doing a little bit of research. I realized that I wanted to do this project for Nano. Here we are in Campfire, and I have finished the outline for Montana's Wolf. I did not really put in a short description on these scene cards because I didn't really want to give it away any more than what the title does. This is going to be a romance, so the red is some of the romance points. Of course, there's going to be a lot more put in here, but this is the loose outline that I like creating for myself so I know where I need to go next. I'll show you the color key over here. The blue is like a life-changing event that happens to my main character, Christine. The red is the love. The purple is kind of dealing with the kids, and the black is where Christine has to fight with herself, which is going to be her main enemy in this story. So we'll start right here. This is going to be the Act 1 scenes that I have so far. We have the opening here, and as you can see, there is a black line that goes all the way down here to weak versus capable, because the opening scene is kind of where she has to face herself again. She has to face one of her fears. She kind of has to deal with her past, and she doesn't do it very well. So that's going to be the opening scene. The next scene I have is where there's some news, and that's going to come into play a little bit more down here. The call is with the kids. So Christine was abused as a child. She ran away when she was 15 or 16 years old to a completely different state. She was born and raised in North Carolina. She ran away to Montana to where they couldn't find her, and yeah. The call is from social services, and she learns that her mother is practically on her deathbed, and her mother was also pregnant when she left. The cookout is going to be the start of the romance between her and basically a co-worker. Because of the call, she has to go back to North Carolina, so there's a little bit more romance right here where they're on the plane. She arrives in North Carolina in this scene, and it leads into Act 2 because it's basically a new world or a return to an old world. So she meets with a social worker here. She visits her mother in the hospital. She meets with the kids that her mother had after she left. There's 2 of them. As in any case where there are kids involved, the court, the social workers, and always look into the closest relatives. So they investigate and learn who the dads are, or they try to, and all that good stuff. So this is another scene where she fights herself. Is she capable of dealing with all of this? Is she wanting to deal with all of this? And does she have the strength to be a protector of these kids? Meets with the lawyers, with the dads and everything. She does have a living grandmother on her dad's side. Has nothing to do with the mother, but she does have a living grandmother. And she tries to pull the Ruth card because Ruth is somewhat of a known person in this community in North Carolina. She's well respected, and she tries to basically say, hey, why don't we put the kids with Ruth? That way the dads can still visit. They're still in this community, blah, 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 blah. Mother is on her deathbed, like I said, so she has kind of like a weird last request. There's another love scene right here. It's a major one. It's actually a scene that I kept from the original writing, along with this one right here, the opening, and the news ones. So I kept 4 scenes from the old writing, and along with some of the scenes that are going to depict whether she's weak or capable here, the fighting with herself kind of thing. I think there was part of a scene in this right here. I still have to pull it and type it out, but there was also this scene right here that I kept. So basically 5 to 6 scenes that I kept from the original, which I think is pretty good considering. Of course, it's going to be rewritten to make it better. Christine learns to ask for help, so she starts therapy. There's a thing with the news up here, and it deals with Mary, one of her friends. And then there is a court date to decide the fate of the children. There is a kidnapping, which has to deal with the news up here. There's more therapy. Christine doesn't really find that she's fighting with herself anymore. She is becoming who she is. She's finding her strength. She's finding her emotions again, because during all this time she was basically shut down. She shut herself away from any emotion as best as she could. She was trying to be completely logical in her life instead of running on emotions, and that's just not healthy. Therapy and of course Mata help with that. A social worker check-in right here, because of course they have to, and the conclusion right here. That's a very loose outline of what I have, and I think it's pretty good. Like I said, I only create stuff like this so that I know where to go from point A to point B if I ever get stuck, or if I try to go after like a shiny new story, or my discovery writing just kind of goes off the rails and I need to find my way back to, you know, the next point kind of thing. Like I said, I kept 5 to 6 scenes of the old work. I kept some of the names in it, and I kept a lot of, well, not a lot, but I kept a good portion of the lines. I found some of my favorite lines out of the old work, and I'm going to keep them. Maybe we rework them a little bit so that they're a little bit better. That's about it. That is the finished product of my rereading of Montana's Wolf, which I wrote back in middle school, high school, somewhere around in there, and a little bit in college. Again, I will link the video, the first video, in the cards so you know a little bit more about what I'm talking about here. And I have started writing it. This is day 4 of NaNoWriMo, and I am currently 11,000 words in. So yeah, I think reworking this project has really helped. I was feeling a little burnout on I'm No Hero just because I've been working on it for the past 1.5 to 2 years. So this is going to be a short and sweet little romance, hopefully. And it's helping with the burnout already. So thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you want more content like this about my writing process, my outlining process, and other little odd videos that I do, then go ahead and subscribe. I try to post videos every Thursday and Sunday. I do live streams as well every Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I also do live streams with Lauren and Nicole, which are Divided by Sight and The Blind Mage respectively, and we do those on 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays, switching between our channels. So make sure to check those out if you want to get some words or creativity in. As always, keep writing, be kind to one another, and remember to smile about something today, and I will see you next time.